Well, I'm not really sure if this is supposed to be a playtest or not. Um, but I'm making an effort to play more of the projects that get posted on the forum. So, with that in mind, this is Sector Alpha, version 2 by Async Unicorn. Let's get right into it. 154 enemies, 2 secrets, and I'm just gonna give feedback, I guess. Because why not? It's a cool door. Texturing is very nice in here. Although I would love some more shotgun. There we go. Would be nice to have like some ceiling lights. Like out here, this looks great. I like those computers for sure. But this part feels a little bit plain Jane. You can maybe stick the lights right in the middle here. Usually for detailing, I kind of think like walls, floors, or pillars, walls, floors, then ceilings in that order. This all looks really nice. But ceilings I think matter a little bit more when they're low like this, when the player can see them. Yeah, the detailing in here feels excellent. Maybe it's just the stock textures. Although I'm not sure if that's a stock Doom 2 texture, but I like the end caps here. This feels kind of 10 by 10-ish for some reason. Okay. Just wall hump around a little bit for secrets. Okay. I think I'm playing on comp level 21 too, but that shouldn't hurt anything. Now these light textures are interesting. It's like a transparent line, I think, so you can kind of see through it. It's a pretty good idea. Alright, yellow key door right there. Yeah, like see these lights? They look great. And they're simple. These are definitely custom, right? That's not stock Doom 2, I don't think. I could be wrong, but it's a cool texture. It's only 2 secrets, which is nice, I think. It's like a shower room. Oh. Oh. Really? How much health did I have? 64. Like literally the right amount to to be instantly killed. Alright, I'm gonna rewind. I'm sorry, I don't want to start again. So forgive me, but... Oh, it's an archival. Thought it was a skeleton. He's kind of useless, to be honest. Oops, shouldn't have grabbed that. I think we're just gonna wait here for this. I don't know if this is lowering something or just what's going on. Yep. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, I can't rewind. We're actually gonna make a save here. Oops. This archvile is pretty dangerous if he gets out, but the player can pretty much block him in here. So unless they make a mistake, like I say, he's kind of useless. So let's save here and we'll see what's cooking out here. So I'm not 100% sure what this setup is. Let's pull him this way. So I see how you set this fight up. Is it just when I walk over here? Or when I grab this? Because if I don't, let's say move, do they still spawn in? I come over here, do they spawn in? So it seems like only if I step over this line. Right? Or is it only if I grab... Okay, so the specters don't show up unless I grab Berserk. So the setup here is not executed well at all from a combat perspective. Like it's not a good idea to just let the player sit here for, I don't know how long it took, like 2 minutes or a minute or something. It's excessively long for this to open with nothing to do. So they can camp here without being bothered at all. And the specters only spawn in when I grab the berserk, which is not great. And the archvile can be triggered without these gates lowering. Honestly, like there's a lot of cool environmental effects here, but the combat is really lacking, and no amount of neat environmental tricks is going to make up for lackluster combat, in my opinion. So something I would probably do is to keep the player from camping here, you could maybe use Manx. Like you use this guy. The Manx are tanky, and they are also real good at pushing the player out. The specters are nice, but the problem is the player can camp on one side and drag all the enemies over here. And so then when the archvile becomes active, if he even gets out at all, you know, the player can basically clear off one whole side of the map and render the archvile pretty impotent. I would also tie the archvile to this switch. And it seems like the line right here on the key pillar that lowers is like a repeatable line or something, because you can hear me mashing the use key, spacebar, but I'm not able to turn this switch on. I have to get like really close. So the problem is that the line, the walkover line of this pillar is eating my inputs. So yeah, I would say this part, the combat leaves quite a bit to be desired. So I'm not sure if this is a final. I'm not sure if this map is final, but I would definitely consider tweaking the combat a bit if the option is viable, or if that's something you can do. And you know, these paint elementals, it would be fun to let them come in with the archvile. So, I mean, if I was just off the top of my head without testing anything, I would say you need some kind of big tanky enemy to like push the player around. And I would maybe trim a few of these specters for something a little more tanky, like maybe a mank, you know, a mank, or even a spider. Something that the player can't kill easily, but is also very dangerous, so they'll have to like move. I think that would be a nice fight. And then if when you opened this to lower these, you also let the archvile loose, that could be pretty fun. And you could also, I mean, you could also maybe lower this. Like I'm not sure why you need the lift here to keep the pain elementals out. I think if they were able to join the archvile fight, that would be pretty fun as well, or at least more interesting. But again, these are just suggestions off the top of my head. I haven't tested it to see what it would be like, but that's my initial like thoughts of what I would do if it was my map. Because I'm not really a fan of how that fight played out. I also thought this room would be pretty cool. Like if I could pass through here and maybe on this side over here. Like this would be a good room to fight in, I feel like. Especially if like these doors open with some kind of trap. But again, you know, at this stage your layout's pretty well set. But I feel like I like these windows a lot, and I think they'd be good for gameplay. Like especially if you could come on this side and there's like a little alcove with a switch to open these doors, and these were like monster closets or something. Anyways, I don't know, I'm just rambling. That's neither here nor there. So I don't think that's just like me rambling about stuff, but I think this part here is a much bigger, like the actual combat in here is much more important to focus on changing or adjusting or updating or upgrading or whatever you want to call it. But I do like that the yellow key door is very close, so we're not backtracking a lot. And again, the detailing in here looks really good. Let's see, when did that open? I was just gonna say, like, I feel like you could do a nice ambush here. It's right there. I'm not sure, was that like a fast door or what was that? Seems like it. Maybe. I would use a door action. You can't really hear that sound of that opening, which is kind of annoying. But a fast door is like, you know, it's got that nice crisp sound. I was thinking for the combat in here, let me rewind a little bit. I think I gotta go back even farther. Yeah, like right here. I think it would be cool in here to have the Hell Knight maybe pop up when the player entered, you know, this this area. I mean, you're using boom, so you can use scrollers to do a lot of different things, but I think it would be cool to have like maybe the Baron or the Hell Knight pop out of the floor, and maybe this computer could lower a bit to reveal some enemies on this side. That was what I was originally thinking, but you do have this, which I wasn't expecting, but I thought this would be a cool area to like lower the computer and have some imps or something. And I do have IDDT on, but you have a lot of space over here. A monster closet here would be cool to open behind the player. You know, you can turn little hallways like this into... Oh, got a chain gun finally. You can turn little hallways like this into small set piece fights instead of just the basic, like, what do they call that? I'm blanking on the word here, but like between set pieces fights, not casual combat. It's gonna drive me crazy, but I forgot the word. Hang on, I gotta look it up now. I'm gonna pause the video. Okay, well, I searched forever and I still couldn't find what I was thinking of, so I'm just getting old. Alright, we got some boom lighting here. It's pretty neat. Pesky shotgunners. Okay, so we're continuing on here. Really? Is that a secret or what? Oh, is this the start? Did I loop around the whole map? Got no idea what that is doing. That's the start. Or does it open that door? Yeah. Jeez. It's... You know, it's kind of a weird spot for a switch. On some of this detailing, it feels a little weird to be able to climb on it. You can always make this stuff impassable. Player won't really know the difference. So this is like progression here, but the switch is just so tucked away back here, and then it was like hard to tell what that was doing. Is there any reason you can't put the switch like out in the open, you know? Especially if this is progression. Got no idea what that's doing. Okay, that opens this. A lot of shells here. That looks like a thing. Yeah, it's an SSG, but I already have an SSG. Maybe there were multiple ways to go at the start. Oh, I didn't want to grab that. Okay. I thought that was a secret, but it's just progression. This trap was kind of easy to blow through. So again, the setup here is very loose on the combat. I can just walk in here and this trap opens like right away. And this spider doesn't even show up. So I'm able to pretty easily disarm this. And now the spider will show up, right? Also, one thing that has kind of been drilled into my head by like 40 ounce and some of the other DBP playtesters is that players hate like picking up an ammo pickup and wasting ammo. And as a speedrunner, I'm not usually too worried about that. Were these animated before? I'm not too worried about picking up ammo, but like something like this might drive a casual player crazy. So it could be a good idea to put like the ammo off in a little cubby on the side so the player can skip it if they are full on ammo. I gotta rewind here though. Dang it. Wonder how far back I am. Oh my god, I just went so far back. No, we can't go that far back. No, I did. Shit. Oh, I'm so mad I didn't save. I'm very, very upset. I'm upset with myself, I should say. Someone spawned behind me. Oh my god. Took a lot of damage. Oof. Okay. Gotta remember to save more often. Not too far back though, so that's good. Ow. I go a different way. I don't know if I remember this. Yeah, like this detailing, being able to walk up and onto this tiny screen ledge feels weird. Could probably just block these. I feel like I went a totally different way. I went this way last time. Okay, we're like back on track now. I mean, don't you think you could make this like a press once and the door stays open here? Okay, let's save again. Secret Service Pinky right there. Took the bullet for me. Okay, we made it. We're back. Yeah, it's pretty easy to sneak by. Like, I like the idea of the spider. You could... something got squished. I was gonna say, you could... I think the spider's okay here. It'd be cool if you could maybe even spawn the Hell Knights in here. But I would definitely have these open when the player hits this. I would tie everything to that switch. Spider, Hell Knights. Okay, that opens that door. Hell Knights, and I would spawn them right in here. Well, maybe not. I mean, it's such a weird switch. I don't know, but anyways, again, the fight coordination here leaves... It's kind of lacking. Or leaves a lot to be desired, I guess. It's also such a weird... It's just kind of like a dead end. And I hit this, but I don't know what it does. You know, it doesn't lead to any obvious progression other than opening this and letting me leave. Like, I can't tell if this did anything for the blue key. So I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know what that switch did. I don't know if I made any progression at all. Okay, nothing else here now. I think there was... This area I didn't quite fully explore. Although maybe I did? No. I got this far and then stopped. Okay. These are interesting switches. That must lower the lift. In case you somehow... Although I don't see how the player would be able to... Right? I don't think they'd be able to. That's a cool elevator. Alright, so here's the exit. I'm not sure how I feel about that door fighting. Again, this combat is like... These revenants are only dangerous if the player doesn't like immediately turn around and come out here. I mean, maybe you could shut this door behind them when they grab the key, but again, this combat kind of falls flat here. I think there's too many cacos for this to be dangerous. Or for the player to actually stay out here. Plus the damaging floor, I think their natural inclination is going to be to basically turn around here. Like come out, grab the key, turn around. There's nothing back here to really bother them at all. You know what I mean? How much does this do? Not much, which is nice. Also, it looks a little weird to have the slime like exactly even with the metal floor. Like, why isn't it pouring over the metal? You know, you could raise that up 8 units or 4 units or anything just to give it a little lip. So it feels more natural to the mind. It'll make sense, you know. So I'm missing a key. But again, the combat there is just like You know, there's no reason for me to really go out and engage with those enemies. I don't feel any pressure to do so. I'm not locked in there. So I just hang back and let them come to me, and it's not super exciting or compelling. Alright, so what have I missed? There's a red key somewhere. I think I better turn off IDDT. But I feel like I've been almost everywhere in the map. Right, there's nothing down here. I guess there's a secret there. I don't know what triggers it though. Some of these inset lights, I can't tell. They look kind of dark. It'd be nice if you like lit them up inside there. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what opens that. Alright, so I came through here. I did that. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this door. Oh, there's the red key. Nice, I like the playing cards. That opens the door. That's a red key door. I have red key. And how come these don't open? Is there some behind him? No. Okay. It's a little weird that those don't open. This would probably be a lot funner ambush if it was from two sides. You know, the combat here again, it was like, as you could see. Let me see if I can rewind far enough. Not really. I pretty much didn't do anything. I'm not sure if these guys are set to ambush, but it might be better to have them just wake up when they hear a noise, you know, and come out and attack the player, because 2 Hell Knights and 2 shotgunners is... I just stood there and killed them, you know, barely needed to dodge. And boy, I'm gonna have a little bit of trouble finding the exit. But I think it was over here. through the yellow key. Down here. These door tracks are unpegged, I think. So they kind of move when the door opens, unless it's on purpose. But that does look a little... looks a little goofy, especially since all the other ones don't do that. You know, none of these are like that. Okay, little spider. Is that the end? It would have been nice to, maybe the rocket launcher's a secret, but I definitely could have used like a rocket launcher in this map. Or a plasma. Let's see. This map is like expertly detailed. All the textures look excellent. Everything's really on point, crisp. You've got everything aligned. Everything's got a nice corner to it, you know, no textures are like cut off. Everything looks really sharp. So no complaints in that area, but the combat is like, whew, boy, it was certainly, it didn't feel like it was befitting of such like a well aesthetically and atmospherically crafted map. I think something that you could practice and work on that would really complement your maps, because honestly you've got like the visual chops of the map down, no question about it, but the combat setups, like when traps are sprung and where the enemies come from, that could all be an area to focus on for improvement, and that's what I would recommend after playing this map. Because that's really the only thing that's lacking in here. I mean, this is a gorgeous map, and if it just had the combat to match, you know, this would be really a fantastic map. So I think that's all that's holding it back. Hope you enjoyed that analysis, and thanks for posting it.